Good morning, students. Today, in Tourism Principles and Practices, my lecture will be basically on the components and elements of tourism. Tourism, as we all know, as the definition given by the Swiss professor Hunziker and Kraft, it is the movement of an individual from his place of origin to any other place, basically for leisure and pleasure purposes, and then again back, and it should not be connected with any remunerative activity, and a person should not have any intentions of setting up a permanent residence at the place of origin, and he should not do any type of business at that place. The minimum time required for this exercise is 24 hours and the maximum time is 6 months. If he extends his stay beyond 6 months, he will not be considered to be a tourist. He might become a permanent resident at that place. Up to 6 months, he is considered to be a vacationer, and less than 24 hours, he is called as an excursionist. The word tourism has been derived from the Latin word tornus, which means spokes of a wheel. The components and elements of the tourism and travel industry are always go as follows. Components of travel and tourism. The definition of tourism: travel is sensing location. Travel is sensing location using different types of transport. Nowadays, transport has not remained stagnant to only one type. People travel all throughout the globe. The globe has become a global village. Okay, people travel by roadways. Motorable roads are there, national highways are there, state highways are there. People travel by using roadways, airways, waterways, and railways. Railways, waterways, airways, and roadways are the four types of conveyance which carry people from one corner of the world to another. Tourism is the temporary short-term movement of people to destination outside the place they normally live or work. For example, a young couple travel to New York, visit friends. Types of tourism. Tourism can be divided into three categories. Basically, domestic tourism is when people take holidays, short breaks, and day trips in their own country. Example, for a couple of hours from Guwahati to Kaziranga and then again back. This is when people enter the country on their own and they might not go to any other country. They are in their own country. Inbound tourism is when people from other countries come to visit your country from for example, a Chinese person coming to India, it will be inbound tourism for India tourism, but for China tourism, it is an outbound tourism for him. Outbound tourism basically refers to that form of tourism where a person goes from his parent country to any other country, basically for leisure and pleasure purposes, either for business activities or for leisure activities or for recreational and relaxation purposes or for amusement and entertainment purposes, sometimes maybe alone or with friends or in a group or as a free individual traveler or as a group incentive tour person, in whatever reason it may be. He may travel up with his family and friends, but basically outbound basically refers to when a person goes from his parent country to any other country, and inbound is the same person, the exercise for same person will be considered as inbound when he comes to visit a foreign country. The 5 A's of tourism are attractions, accessibility, accommodation, amenities, and activities. These are the 5 A's of tourism which are of paramount importance when discussed about the 5 A's. Attractions is the main thing for which a person is motivated to reach to that place, to go to visit the place. He or she should feel more and more attracted to be there. How to reach the place? By roadways, by railways, by waterways, by airways. That is basically the type called as accessibility. Once he reaches the place, where is he going to stay? In any accommodation property, be it a hotel or a resort or a bungalow or a lodge or a guest house or a dormitory, right? Or a garib khana dormitory, right? Or a community hall, right? Or a dining hall. He needs a place where he will get the food and for accommodation. That comes under accessibility. That comes under under accommodation. Once accommodation part is done, he or she will give importance to the amenities, whether the hotel has got a parking area or not, whether the rooms are clean or neat and clean or not, whether the toilets and the lavatories are neat and clean or not and well maintained, about drinking and the using water, the quality, security at hand, doctor on call, internet services, Wi-Fi facilities, gym facilities, bar facilities, library facilities, conference facilities. Fine. Even he will see the location of the hotel, whether it is closer to his place of work or not, whether things are easily accessible or not. All these things comes under the concept of amenities. Once these 4 A's are satisfied, he will now embark the main purpose for which he is there, embark on his activities. He will fully take part and participate in all the activities and get involved, the main purpose for which he is in this place. Who is a travel agent? The components of travel and tourism can be broadly divided into 6 key areas. First, a travel agent. A travel agent basically provides information to the people on various travel destinations, advises them of available holiday packages to suit their tastes and budget, and chart their travel plan. He would generally sell the travel associated products like currency exchange, car rentals, insurance, etc. Who is a tour operator? A tour operator, on the other hand, is also an individual who offer holiday packages, holiday packages allow the person to travel by rail, road or air, provides him accommodation properties like hotels, resorts, apartments and guest houses, travel services like airport pickup and drop from the hotel to the airport and then again back, sightseeing, excursions, etc. Tour operators are actually the real operators who actually implement or execute the work. Travel agents plan the travel itinerary, the tour itinerary, the fixture, etc. But it is the tour operators who actually execute out the plans. Maybe the wholesale tour operators who operate tours only through retail travel agencies, or they may be direct sale operators who market their product directly to the public. Accommodation and lodging. These components consist of those who provide accommodation to the people in the form of hotels, resorts, apartments, camps, guest houses, etc. The accommodation may be marked individually or through the tour operators in the form of package. Direct marketing may require huge costs on advertisement, and selling through a tour operator guarantees the occupancy rate throughout a holiday season. The service providers also take care of the catering needs of the people before providing them huge cafeterias, various fast food outlets, in-house or in the form of a galleria. Finally, we can conclude by stating that understanding and knowing about the different categories and elements of tourism is a mandatory must for the better conceptualization of the matter with a firm grasp. Thank you, dear students.